Hey guys, welcome back to Mighty Morphin DJ. I'm DJ, and today we're counting down my picks for the top 15. Wait a minute. Scratch that. We're gonna count down my picks for the top 10. Okay. Screw it. There's 5. There's only 5. Now, without further ado, let's get into the only 5 Pink Ranger weapons that are really worth having on this list. Alright, so my number 5 pick is actually from Power Rangers Samurai. It's the Pink Ranger's Sky Fan. Now, Samurai was pretty good about bringing the show back to form in that each Ranger had a unique weapon, and it was actually a weapon of some kind. It wasn't something silly, like a pool cue or just gloves with lion faces on them or stupid stuff like that. It was actually like real weapons. So that was one thing about that show that I did like. And the Pink Ranger had the Sky Fan. Now, what was unique about this weapon was we hadn't seen one of these before in Power Rangers, and the fan is considered to be a weapon in ancient Japanese culture. So because of its uniqueness, and because there really weren't that many weapons to choose from in this list anyway, it's number 5. Alright, my number 4 pick, the Triceratops Dino Drill from Power Rangers Dino Charge. Now, as far as Ranger weapons go, I'm not real big on this one, but it was unique in that we hadn't seen one of these before. It was unique to the Pink Ranger of that series, and it could combine with the other Ranger weapons to form a mega weapon that they called a Dino Spike. Now, I thought the weapon overall was dumb, like the combined form of it and all that fun stuff. I didn't care for it, but it is a unique weapon, and it is something that we hadn't seen in previous Power Ranger seasons. It just wasn't my favorite. But again, there's not that many Pink Ranger weapons to choose from, so Dino Spike gets to be number 4. Alright, my number 3 pick, and this one brings a little closer to home for me, the Satellite Stunner from Power Rangers in Space. Now, this was a unique weapon because A, it was spacey themed. It was called the Satellite Stunner, and it did have a stun effect, which was pretty cool. Now, at the end of the day, it was just a gun. And I've never cared for just guns as, like, the unique Ranger weapon. I liked things like swords and axes and bows and arrows and lances and daggers and, things like that. Those are my preferences for weapons. But the Satellite Stunner was unique in that we hadn't seen something like that before, and to my knowledge, we haven't seen anything like that since. And it did exactly what its name implied. It would stun the enemy, and it could combine with 3 of the other Ranger weapons to form the Quadra Blaster, which I like it when Ranger weapons combine to form a larger weapon. That's harking back to Mighty Morphin. I've always been a fan of that. So for these reasons, the Satellite Stunner, number 3 on my list. Alright, number 2 on my list, and I really like this one, the Zeo Power Disc, or Zeo Power Shield, from Power Rangers Zeo. This thing was really cool. Now, we never saw her use it as a shield to the best of my memory, like Captain America style, even though realistically you probably could use it like that. But it was cool whenever she broke it out and she used it. She was in a solo one-on-one fight. I remember thinking that was the coolest thing I've ever seen, and going back and watching it, doing the research for this video, I still think it's cool. It's a weapon that could have multiple functions. It could be a shield, it could be a weapon, it could be whatever she needed it to be. It was very versatile. I liked this weapon, and it's number 2 on my list. Alright, my number 1 pick, and y'all probably saw this coming, the Power Bow from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Now, this is my number 1 pick for 2 reasons. A, it is the original Pink Ranger weapon, and of course that's going to get, pretty high ranking in my mind. But also because we're in the Mighty Morphin phase of the Lightning Collection in terms of the roleplay items, and I really want to see the Power Blaster. In order for us to get that, we gotta have the Power Bow. So, for that reason alone, it's number 1 on my list. But it was still a really cool weapon, and Mighty Morphin did a really good job of utilizing it. She had one of the most unique weapons of the original Ranger team, save for perhaps Zack with the Power Axe, which could double as a rifle. Come on, Hasbro, I'm waiting on it. But every time they identified a particular weakness of a monster, more times than not, the key to taking it out and nailing that weakness was with the Power Bow. And I really liked that they would use that. And yeah, it was a little bit of a gimmick, but they found a reason to incorporate it into the show, and I enjoyed it. So for those reasons, the Power Bow, number 1 on my list. Guys, those are my picks. What weapons would you like to see of the Pink Rangers in the Lightning Collection? In doing research for this video, I found that there really weren't a lot of unique Pink Ranger weapons out there. Some of the ones that were out there were stupid, like the Drive Geyser from Power Rangers Operation Overdrive. I thought that was stupid. And then a lot of the Pink Rangers throughout the course of the show just had a uniform weapon that the other Rangers also had, like Lost Galaxy's Quasar Saber and Trans Daggers. Time Force, the Chrono Sabers, and those big Chrono-like cannons that they would carry. Those were universal weapons that all the Rangers could carry, so it was difficult to narrow down 5, and at the end of the day, there were only 5 that were really unique that I cared about. So I hope you guys enjoyed the list. Let me know what you would like to see in the comments below. Please like the video, please subscribe to the channel, and please click that notification bell to receive notifications of future videos. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Mighty Morphin DJ. I'm DJ, and you know what time it is.